I lost a multi-million-dollar company because I trusted my gut when I should have looked at the numbers. Then I lost a second company because I did the exact opposite. So I built this science-backed framework so you never have to make that same mistake. By the time this ends, you'll know precisely when your gut feeling is a genius and when it's a liar. And I'll show you the one mistake that makes even experienced people mistake a fake gut feeling for a real one. When you're making a hard call in the chaos, you get two kinds of advice. Half of them say, go with your gut, and the other half say, follow the data. And both can be dead right or catastrophically wrong. Reasoning looks like the safe bet. Gather the data, strip out the emotion, make the call based on the numbers. Except the data is often skewed or you interpreted it wrong. You've lived it. You made the rational call against what your gut was telling you, and your gut was right all along. Your intuition really can beat careful analysis on both speed and accuracy, but only when three things are true. So, can you actually trust your gut? Sometimes. Here's the simple way to know when. First, the environment has to be predictable. You see, your brain is basically a giant game of connect the dots. A doctor who's seen thousands of patients can feel someone getting sick before a single marker shows up on the blood work, because for him, the environment follows the rules of biology. But trying to beat the market trading stocks on a gut feeling, it usually doesn't end up well because the environment itself isn't predictable enough. Think about the calls on your plate right now. Some are in the steady part of your business, situations that repeat, that behave more or less the same way every time. Your brain can pattern match here. But if your situation looks like this, your gut is basically just guessing. There's no pattern to read. So your gut feeling is simply bluffing. And a predictable world still isn't enough on its own, because you can be in the most stable industry on earth and still have a gut feeling that's dead wrong. That's the second condition. You have to have the reps in. And it's the one thing that cost me a company. You need reps for intuition to develop. You've heard the 10,000 hours idea. Well, the number's a myth, but the principle holds. Intuition isn't a gift you're born with. It's a callus. It only forms when you've taken the hits over and over again in that specific spot. So here's a story for you. Years back, I was handed a deal with one of the market leaders in telecom sector. Sign the exclusive, get their marketing muscle, and eventually sell my company to them. My intuition screamed, yes. So I signed. But then they forced a product direction I'd never have chosen. The whole thing flopped, and they dropped us. The truth I didn't want to admit was I had almost no reps in that specific arena. My gut wasn't reading the game, it was just cheering for an outcome it wanted. And here's the part that should make you uncomfortable. You'd assume stable industry plus enough reps equal a bulletproof intuition. It doesn't. You can put in thousands of reps and train yourself to be confidently, catastrophically wrong. I have. The reason is the third condition, and it's the one almost nobody gets right. You need fast, clear, accurate feedback. Reps only build intuition when each one comes back with fast, clear, honest feedback. Without that, more reps don't count. They won't help you. You're just a gambler who won once and now swears he's got a system. You see, a sculptor adds a bit of clay, steps back, and sees instantly if it worked. He gets feedback in seconds, so his intuition sharpens very fast. But in business, it almost never works like that. You make one call and it touches a dozen things at once, and the results don't come back for months, and by then, who knows what actually caused what. You changed 5 other things in the meantime. So the only way to fix it is to put in more reps and go chasing the feedback on every one of them. Because more reps on their own don't make you more right. So next time a big decision lands and you have a gut feeling, before you move an inch, Run 3 questions. 1. Is this environment predictable? Does cause and effect actually hold here? Or am I in a casino pretending it's a lab? If it's a casino, your gut doesn't get a vote. Go to the data. 2. Do I have the reps in this exact game? Have I made this specific call in this specific arena enough times to have earned a pattern? If no, your gut is guessing. Go to the data. And 3, when I built those reps, did the feedback come back fast and clean? Or was it slow and tangled? No clean feedback, no real pattern. Your gut is confident, not correct. Did you get 3 yeses? If yes, trust it and move fast. That's the one situation where your intuition beats analysis outright. You got 1 no? Then you don't have intuition here. You have a feeling, and feelings don't get to run a 7-figure decision. Now, here's the part that catches even smart, experienced people. You think the danger is not having good instincts? No, you're wrong. The real threat is confusing intuition with a confident guess because they feel exactly the same from the inside. There is no little voice telling you which one you're running. That's how someone gets burned, learns nothing, and walks into the next one just as sure of themselves. And if it turns out your gut isn't trained enough to trust yet, you don't have to grind through slow rational analysis for a week. The military built a way to compress that into 1 day. I break it down in the video right here.